That's okay. I'm trying to talk a little bit because I'm using the voice enhancements that they offer. But then when it starts, there's this whooshing sound. So I'm trying to start talking. So if it cuts me off, don't worry about it. This is just the intro part. Hey. So there was a fun run. So we didn't get to go to the park that we normally go to. So we saw no squirrels and we saw no blue jays and no nothing. But I got a good walk in, and that's okay. The park that I like to go to, there's a north side and a south side. And we normally go to the north side, way more shade, and that's where the blue jays and the squirrels are. South side, pretty much no shade, but it was cloudy because, if you've been watching the news, it's been raining a lot. It's not supposed to rain today, thank goodness, but we're in for another round of storms tomorrow. And then hopefully we'll dry out for a few days because we've had enough water. One of the news crews got stranded. And, they do this for a living, the storm chasers. So it's a little shocking. All right, let's get on with this. We are on part 3 of the introduction to the Science of Mind text. We are on what it does. And this will either take 2 or 3 days. I'm not sure. So let's get on with it. All right, what it does. We should approach the study of the science rationally, never expecting to derive any benefits from it that its principle does not contain. For while it is true that we are immersed in an infinite intelligence, a mind that knows all things, it is also true that this intelligence can acquaint us with its ideas only as we are able and willing to receive them. The divine mind is infinite. It contains all knowledge and wisdom, but before it can reveal its secrets, it must have an outlet. This outlet we shall be compelled to supply through our own receptive mentalities. All invention, art, literature, government, law, and wisdom that has come to the race has been given to it through those who have deeply penetrated the secrets of nature and the mind of God. Perhaps the simplest way to state the proposition is to say that we are surrounded by a mind or intelligence that knows everything, that the potential knowledge of all things exists in this mind, that the abstract essence of beauty, truth, and wisdom coexist in the mind of the universe, that we also exist in it and may draw from it. But what we draw from it, we must draw through the channel of our own mind. Emphasis earnest. A unity must be established and a conscious connection must be made before we can derive the benefits which the greater mind is willing to reveal or impart to us. The Spirit can give us only what we can take. It imparts itself only as we partake of its nature. It can tell us only what we can understand. The infinite knowingness becomes our wisdom only in such a degree as we embody its intelligence. It has been said that we can know God only so far as we can become God. This is a far-reaching thought and should be carefully scrutinized. It is to be taken figuratively and not too literally, for we cannot really become God, but we can and do partake of the divine nature, and the universal does personify itself through people in varying degrees according to people's receptivity to it. The universal impersonal. The universe is impersonal. It gives alike to all. It is no respecter of persons. It values each alike. Its nature is to impart, ours to receive. When we stand in the light, we cast a shadow across the pathway of our own experience. Emerson advises that we get our bloated nothingness out of the way of the divine circuits. A riddle of simplicity. It is a beautiful and true thought to realize that every person stands in the shadow of a mighty mind, a pure intelligence, and a divine givingness. Not alone unto the great comes the soft tread of the unseen guest. The arrogant have not perceived the simplicity of faith, but the pure of heart see God. The farmer has seen the heavenly host in their fields. The child has frolicked with spirit at play. The mother has clasped God to her breast, and the fond lover has seen spirit in the eyes of their beloved. We look too far away for reality. The intelligence by and through which we perceive that there is a spiritual presence and an infinite mind in the universe constitutes our receptivity to it and decides its flow through us. We have made a riddle out of simplicity. Therefore, we have not read the sermon written in stones, nor interpreted the light of love running through life. To return to the same simplicity is one of the first and most important things to do. All people receive some light, and this light is always the same light. There is one nature diffused throughout all nature, one God incarnated in all peoples. The divine incarnation is inherent in our nature. We are immersed in an infinite knowingness. The question is, how much of this reality are we going to express in our own lives? The direct approach is always the best and the most effective. Insofar as any person has spoken the truth, they have proclaimed God. It matters not what their particular approach may have been. The scientist and the philosopher, the priest and the professor, the humanitarian and the empire builder, all have caught some gleam of the eternal glory, and each has spoken in their own tongue, that language which is of itself universal. Let us do away with the ponderosity of thought and approach the thing simply and quietly. It is the nature of the universe to give us what we are able to take. It cannot give us more. It has given all. We have not yet accepted the greater gift. Spiritual wisdom says that God manifests through everything and is incarnated in all people, that all is divinity, and that nature herself is the body of God. The mechanical laws of nature are set and immutable, but the spontaneous recognition of these laws gives us the power to bring them into practical use in everyday life and experience. Here we have a dual unity, law and order, spontaneous choice, volition, conscious action, and automatic reaction. The laws of the universe are to be trusted, but we must come to understand them before we can use them. Once understood, any law is available and is impersonally responsive to each person, to each and all alike. Love rules through law. In an intelligent study of the teachings of the science of mind, we come to understand that all is love, and yet all is law. Love rules through law. Love is the divine givingness. Law is the way. Love is spontaneous. Law is impersonal. We should study the nature of reality with this in mind, and in this way we shall avoid two grave mistakes. Either viewing life as made up only of mechanical laws, or viewing it as made up only of spontaneous actions, irrespective of law and order. As we gain the broader viewpoint, we shall see that life must contain two fundamental characteristics. We shall see that there is an infinite spirit operating through an infinite and immutable law. In this, cosmos, and not chaos, finds the eternal existence in reality. Love points the way, and law makes the way possible. Okay. I'm going to do two more sections. The scientific method. If we observe any scientific discovery, we shall see that this is the way it works. Some people's minds discovers the law or principle governing the science. This is the way of love, of personal volition, of choice. This is the spontaneous element in the universe. Following this knowledge of the way the principle works, having discovered the operation of the law, the spontaneous element now rests its case on immutable reactions inherent in the law. All science is based upon proven principles. But we should not overlook the significant fact that it is the mind which discovers and makes use of the mechanical law. It is not this mind, the spirit in us. We can never completely fathom the infinite mind. We should always be discovering new lands. Consequently, evolution is an eternal unfoldment of the more yet to be. Science is the mind which must first come to see, know, and understand, and since all future possibility for the race must first find an avenue of outlet through someone's mind, we shall do well to look to the mind for the answers to all our problems. Unfortunately, we are surrounded by and immersed in a perfect, undoubtedly, we are surrounded by and immersed in a perfect life, a complete, normal, happy, sane, harmonious, and peaceful existence. But only as much of this life as we embody will really become ours to use. As much of this life as we understand and embody will react as immutable law, the reaction of the mechanical to the volitional. The concept is wonderful and fraught with tremendous significance. In it is bound up our hopes and fears, our expectations and future and present realizations. Since such an understanding of any law must pass first through our conscious mind before we can make use of it, it follows that with all our getting, we should get understanding. Should we wish to know a certain truth, we should state that this truth is already known in the mind and that this statement will be true. But the overmind must be accepted into our mind before we can understand it. How then are we to accomplish the desired results? By stating and feeling that our mind knows the truth about the thing we desire to know. In this way, we draw the infinite mind into our mentalities for definite knowledge of some particular good. Last section today contains all knowledge. The universal mind contains all knowledge. It is the potential ultimate of all things. To it, all things are possible. To us, as much is possible as we can conceive according to law. Should all the wisdom of the universe be poured over us, we should yet receive only that which we are ready to understand. This is why some draw one type of knowledge and some another, and all from the same source, the source of all knowledge. The scientist discovers the principles of their science. The artist embodies the spirit of their art. The saint draws Christ into their being. And all because they have courted the particular presence of some definite concept. Each state of consciousness taps the same source, but has a different receptivity. Each receives what they ask for according to their ability to embody. The universe is infinite. The possibility of differentiating is limitless. Life always becomes to us the particular thing we need when we believe that it becomes to us that particular thing. The understanding of this is the essence of simplicity. As all numbers proceed from the fundamental unit, as all material forms are but different manifestations of the one formless stuff, so all things proceed from that which is neither person, place, nor thing, but is of the essence of all things. Our thought and conscious receptivity differentiate this universal possibility by drawing it through our minds and causing it to flow into particular channels through the conscious receptivity of our different faiths. One state of consciousness will differentiate one kind of a result, another mental state, a different manifestation. One more section. I'm already did. Mental work is definite. Mental work is definite. Each state of thought taps the same principle. Each uses the same law, is inspired by the same spirit, but each draws forth a different result. Here is multiplicity proceeding from unity. This is what Emerson meant when he said that unity passes into variety. But someone will ask, can we bring out both good and evil from the one source? Of course not. The first principle is goodness, and only insofar as our thought and action tends towards a constructive program, it will eventually succeed. We cannot fight the universe. It refuses to be budged from its course. We can only go with it. But there is ample latitude for personal expression. How then are we to know what is right and what is wrong? We are not going to know. We already do. Every person knows right from wrong in its broadest sense. It should be considered right to live and to enjoy living, to be well, happy, and to express freedom is to be in accord with the divine law and wisdom. Here is the latitude enough for the most expectant and the most enthusiastic. And we will begin tomorrow with the principle restated. All right, I hope you're enjoying the journey with me. It's already been somewhat enlightening for me, and I've read this book more than once. So, but to do it deliberately, that's the thing. So, all right. I will just give you the basic housekeeping. We are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I am the Running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. I am archiving these daily readings on the Running Rev Ryan. I am archiving them on the Creative Life Spiritual Center YouTube channel in chapters. So not daily, but in chapters. So this one will not go up until I finish this, which should be tomorrow. So it'll go up Sunday night. So that way, to make it easier and less cluttered on the Creative Life page is my goal here. But I'm still going to do it daily on the Running Red. All right. If you want to know what's going on with the center, you've got two options. One is our website is back up. We are building a better one, but the website is back up. So creativelife.org, or you can email info@creativelife.org, and that will get you on the constant contact. And the hot links are hot in there. So that is what you need to know. And one of the fastest and easiest way to support Creative Life is to like, share, subscribe, follow, comment on our social media. All it costs you is a click. So we appreciate it. Thank you very much. We think we have good stuff to say that's helpful and enlightening. So that's one of the ways that you can help us out. All right. All right. I'm just going to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an amazing day, an awesome day, a dry out day, a catter day, a take a break day, a get some rest day, a absorb some new knowledge day, uncover some stuff you already knew and had forgotten, dust it off day, enjoy it day, a good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough just as you are. You are a beloved expression of the divine. You are a brilliant light, a divine spark. You are spirit in motion. You are God in action. Or, as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are a godling. Or, not or, and. All right, beloveds. Just a quick reminder, Reverend David will be on around 5 p.m. with you. I'll be back with you around 9 a.m. tomorrow. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved. And I will see you next time.